We have been working on the Connect 4 project from the YByte Python curriculum available at www.ybyte.in. In the last video, we put it all together by writing this function called checkWinner. And in fact, with this, the game is done. Now, before demonstrating this to you and let's say highlighting certain salient points about the gameplay, let me first convince you that this is indeed true. The game is done. The reason I say this is because remember, prior to this, we have developed the player turn and the computer turn, and we have also developed the game loop. In fact, the missing link was this check winner. For example, let's say I look at the player turn. That's this function play xy. Now, this happens when the player clicks, any of the columns. Remember, once I play a coin, I go and see if I won this by calling this function check winner. If indeed, yes, I won, then I print a player is true and the game gets over. Otherwise, the turn shifts to the computer. On the other hand, likewise for the computer turn, once the computer plays, we check for winner with the value of 2. Otherwise, we turn it back to the player. Let's see this working. So when I run this, it looks like a blank screen, but really all I need is to draw, say, board here. My board is ready. In fact, the game is now ready. Let's try to play this here. Remember, computer is very naive right now, just playing, at the earliest possible, at let's say randomly, playing at whatever column. I'll try to win this. Okay, so all right, it's quite easy. I'm going to win this here. Got a vertical victory. Notice once I win this, no matter how many times I click it, in fact, nothing happens because remember on the play function, which is, let's go up and see. On this play function, I have this condition: if game over is one, then the game over is true, then just return. Now let's play this again. I want to demonstrate to you something interesting about the gameplay. Let's say I keep filling up, say, one column till it gets completely over and without me winning, of course, right? So let's say I play it here. All right, so this is great. Let's say I go and play something here. Now notice this column is completely full. Even if I click on this column, notice I'm clicking on that column, you can see the value here, but the game is not proceeding. In fact, we spoke about this earlier. Let's just revisit why this is happening. The reason this is happening is because you notice at the end of the computer's chance, the turn. So if I look at the player code, the turn has been set to 1. And notice, unless I get to play a proper move, my turn will remain 1 and the computer will not get its chance. So very, very important point. If I did not have this condition and I did not have, let's say, this condition, turning to 1, then you'll find that the game proceeds even though I'm clicking on this column, and that's obviously wrong. But let's see, if I can create a different kind of victory over here. Okay, so let's try to get, let's say, a diagonal win. So let me just go to the shell here. I think I am set for that. Player wins once again as a negative diagonal. So before wrapping this up, let me make a couple of changes to this code so that it becomes more complete. I will draw my board as part of the main, let's say, main code so that I don't have to do it again from the shell. Also in the play function, I will stop printing the x and y position because that's just cluttering the screen. I will just comment this out, and with this done, I expect my game to be completely ready. In fact, it is completely ready. Let's see if I can maybe try to lose to the computer. So I will not try to win. Let's see what happens. Again, all right, the computer won this time because it got 4 in a row horizontally. I hope this game is interesting to you. I really think this is a very, very interesting game, both with respect to the gameplay, with respect to the inner dynamics of it, and also the possibilities that exist. Uh, you know, just to give you some ideas, we can make the function to check winners more concise. Basically, we are just, we have a similar structure and we're going in different directions. We could do it all through one, let's say one function. We could make the computer smarter. Well, first step would be to stop, let's say, stop the player from winning. So in case sometimes the players go to 3 in a row, then the computer goes and blocks it. And step 2 would be planning its own moves, which seems like quite an involved task to do anyway. But something to think about, right? We can have ending message delivered by the turtle itself. We can have the winner depicted graphically. What I mean is that once you win, perhaps a line is drawn saying that, look, the player has won and this is the winner. So it becomes nice. We can have some more flexible rules here. Now you could tell like how many columns that I want, how many rows do I want, and perhaps I can have variations like connect 3, connect 4, and connect 5, and so on. I can put some conditions that I must win within this turns and so on. In fact, one interesting idea that came to me when I was working through this project is because the computer is naive, losing to it is quite hard. So I was thinking that if we can make it, let's say we can make a condition that, look, I want the computer to win number one, and I want the computer to win, say, in a very specific manner. For example, let's say in a diagonal two, or let's say a horizontal winner, right? So, some kind of anti-connect four, perhaps that can also be considered, right? So really a lot of things can be done provided we stay system. There's a lot of things that we have learned through this project, starting from, let's say, the whole concept of two-dimensional list, a list of lists, initializing them, the concept of shallow copy, and then indexing them, and then all the loop, all the logic that we have built. It's a lot of work. Go through it systematically. Once you get the hang of it, like I said, there are many, many, many enhancements that can be done. Most important, stay systematic and enjoy the process. Always, if you like this way of learning, if you like the way we approach the problems in a very systematic step-by-step manner, look at our website www.ybyte.in, because we always learn Python programming through such fun activities. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye bye.